Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are doing well and you are clear with lecture number 9. Today we are going to cover lecture number 10, that is from Unit 2, and the title of Unit 2 is Hope and Aspiration. The reading section that we are covering is reading section 2.1 and the title is I Have a Dream. It's a speech by Martin Luther King Jr. Today we will be reading page number 43 and page number 44. If you remember, we discussed in lecture 9 that King Luther, he was trying to convince the people that we have to continue our struggle, and at the same time he was also trying to convince them that we should struggle for the freedom, we should struggle for the basic rights of the black people, but we should not fight, we should not do any physical violence, we should continue this struggle through verbal communication. Then he was also trying to convince them that I have a hope, I have a dream, and I am dreaming that one day America will be in prosperity. By prosperity, he means to say that one day the black and white, they will sit together, they will think about they will think about the development of America, they will be united like brothers, they will show the aspect of brotherhood together. So let's start reading. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all fleshes shall see it together. So, what he means to say? He means to say that I can dream it, I can see it. Now here, I have a dream means that I'm hoping that one day there will be happiness everywhere. Every valley shall be exalted means that there will be development, there will be prosperity, there will be a kind of happiness in every valley. Every hill and mountain shall be made low. Now this is, you can see, kind of reference he is trying to give. He is trying to make the people, he is trying to attract the people by using different terms, different way of his speech. Because he is a rhetorical. Rhetorical means that the person who is very good in his speaking quality, who is very good in speech, and by good in speech I mean to say that one who can attract people through his words. So here, in the same way, Martin Luther, he is trying to convince the people, he is trying to grab their minds, and he is trying to say that I can see that one day America will develop and there will be no difference. By mountain and hills means that it will be made low, means that there will be no difference of status, there will be no difference of city and village. Everybody will be in prosperity, everybody will be happy, and everybody will have their basic rights. So I can predict it, I can hope it, I can see it that there will be happiness everywhere. And the rough places will be made plain means that the valleys that are now underdeveloped, which are not developing, which are in the period of development, one day they will be developed, and they will be also on the pathway of development. The villages that will be converted into cities, and they will be provided with every basic facilities. And crooked places will be made straight. Again, in the same sense, he is talking about that the rural areas will be turned into urban areas, or you can say cities, and the glory of Lord shall be revealed. It means that we will be happy, and we will see that how God is happy on us, and He is showing His glory on us, and He is giving us the everything that we can enjoy. And all flesh see it together means that the white and black, they will together see this prosperity, they will together see the development in America. This is our hope. This is the faith with which I return to the south. With this faith, we will be able to hew out the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. With the faith, we will be able to transform the jiggling discords of nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. Now, what does it mean? He's trying to say that this is what I dream, this is what I expect, and this is what I hope for, this is what I am expecting, that one day, and with this faith with which I return to South means that I have a belief that one day there will be prosperity, there will be like a kind of unity between the white and black people, between the Americans and the Negroes. He is trying to say that the differences that we are having today, I hope that one day all of these will be they will disappear, because everybody will be having the same rights, everybody will be having the same regulations. So I hope that one day all of these you can say up and downs, they will be removed. With this faith, we will be able to hew out mountain of despair, a stone of hope. It means we will convert the mountain of despair, means कि जो नाउमिति अभी छाई हुई है, that black are discriminated and white are they are enjoying their freedom. One day we will remove this thing. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jiggling discord of our nation into beautiful symphony of brotherhood. Means that today, the way the black are talking against white, and the white they are talking against the black, they are talking bad things about each other. We will be able to remove this jiggling discords. Means we will be able to remove this bad sayings, these bad words from the minds of both white and black people, and they will be singing beautiful songs. Symphony of brotherhood means that they will be praising each other, they will be agree with each other, they will be praising each other, and they will enjoy this freedom. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, and to go to jail together, to stand up for the freedom together, and knowing that we will be free one day. Which means, with this belief, this thought that America is going to see the day where both the white and Negroes, they are working together, they are working like brothers. With this faith, with this belief, we should work together, we should fight together, struggle together, and if we are going to face during this struggle, we have to go to jail. So we should all work together, and if we are supposed to go to jail, we shall go together to jail even. So he is trying to convince them, because as you know that in his earlier part of the speech, we have read that some white people are also there. So he is trying to now convince both of them, and he is trying to say that though we both are here, we both are having differences, we both are struggling for freedom, but we should have a belief and faith that the white and black, they should work together if they want to achieve this independence, and if they want to have if they want to enjoy their freedom. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, which means one day there will be a time when everybody will be happy, and God's children means that we all together we will sing new meaning, which means today we are talking about bad things, today we all are in disparity, we all are disappointed, we all are having some problems. So we are talking about our problems, but one day there will be a day when we will achieve all our rights, our freedom, and when we start enjoying those freedom and things, then all of us we will be talking about good things. We will be enjoying our time. We will be talking about good things that are happening to us. Now this is the song. My country, this of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing, land where my father died, land of pilgrims' pride. From every mountain side, let freedom ring. So this is the song that they are going to sing, that our country is now a country where everybody can enjoy their freedom, where every part of the country is going to have some hidden history in its part, and where we are going to have a history that our fathers who fought for freedom, they died here. But today we are enjoying this freedom, we are having this freedom, and this happened because of our fathers who struggled for us. Now this is the picture where Martin Luther King is addressing the Negroes. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening elegancies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Okay, so he is taking the different names, he is talking about the different areas, and he is trying to say that let this freedom thing happen. Let this thing happen, and from every part, from New Hampshire to New York to like Pennsylvania and every part of Colorado even. Now these parts from every mountain, we should now listen to the rings of freedom, and we should now we should enjoy the songs of freedom that we are going to have, that soon we are going to face in practical form. Let freedom ring from the Caracas peaks of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia, let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee, let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside, let freedom ring. When we let freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics will be able to join hands and sing in words of old Negro spiritual. Free at last, thank God Almighty, we all are free at last. So this is basically the hope he is trying to show to every people, that one day we will be free, one day every mountain of Mississippi, every mountain of Tennessee, every mountain place of every area, they will be free and we will enjoy our freedom. Every Jews, Gentiles, Protestants, Catholics, everybody, black, white, they all will be singing together, they all will be enjoying this freedom together. And what they will be singing saying that we all are free at last, we all are free at last. Now this is about Martin Luther King Jr., though we have discussed it at the beginning of the lecture also, but let me recall it again. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. King, both a Baptist minister and civil rights activist, has a seismic impact on race relations in United States. Beginning in mid-1950s, Okay, among many efforts, King headed the SCLC. Through his activism, he played a pivotal role in ending the legal segregation of African American citizens in South and other areas of US, as well as the creation of Civil Rights Acts of 1964 and the Voting Rights Acts of 1965. King received Nobel Peace Prize in 1964 and among several other honors. King was assassinated in April 1968 and continues to be remembered as one of the most lauded African American leaders in history, often referenced by his 1963 speech, I Have a Dream. So, this is the basic information related to Martin Luther King Jr. About his birth and the way he struggled, and there are certain important things. The first thing is that he was the one who was who talked about or who talked in favor of African American citizens, and also he worked for the, you can say, Civil Rights Acts of 1964 and Voting Rights Acts of 1965, and he also received Nobel Peace Prize in 1964 and other, you can say, good things. People remember him in good words. But the speech that is given in your book, I Have a Dream, it was one of the famous and one of the, you can say, great speech made by Martin Luther King Jr. because it was in the favor of Africans, and he was addressing the African American leaders that you have promised something and you must now try to achieve it. That's all for today. Thank you so much. In the next lecture, we will be covering the study questions. Thank you.